here you need to prove 6 plus root 2 is irrational. To prove that, what we have to do? By using the contradiction method, as we have discussed. What is that method? Which is nothing but, first we have to treat this number as a rational number, and after doing all the process you will get some contradiction equation or statement. Then we can say that our assumption is false, so that we can say that this value is an irrational number. That is the process of the contradiction. So what is the first step? Assume that 6 plus root 2 is rational number. If 6 plus root 2 is rational number, it is in the form of fraction. So write it, 6 plus root 2 is equal to P by Q. What are P and Q? P and Q are nothing but they are integers. P and Q are integers. And what is the condition for the denominator? And Q not equal to 0. And what are P and Q? They are nothing but the co-prime. These are the conditions you need to mention here. And after that, what we need to do here, we have to get some false statement which states that we have to get one as the rational number and the other as the irrational number. For that reason, take all the rational numbers to one side. So here, you know that 6 is a rational number. Take this 6 to the right hand side. It will become minus 6. You will get root 2 is equal to P by Q minus 6. Now take the LCM of this one. You get P minus 6 into Q, which is 6Q by Q. Here this is equal to root Q. You know that what are P and Q? P and Q are nothing but the integers. And if you have written these integers in the form of the fraction, we know that this one is a rational number. And if it is a rational number, that means we can say that this root 2 is also a rational number. So here, but you know that this root 2 is an irrational number. So we know that this root 2 is an irrational number, and you know that this one is an irrational number. Can we equate irrational number with the rational number? No. For this reason, we got this one as the false statement. Why we got this one as a false statement? Because we have assumed that this 6 plus root 2 is an rational number. So we can say that 6 plus root 2 is an irrational number. This one you need to write in the form of the statement. So what we got it here? We got it here. Rational number, irrational number is equal to rational number. But this is not possible. So this is the contradiction. So we can say that 6 plus root 2 is a rational number. So write that one. So what we got in here? Root 2 is equal to P minus 6Q by Q. So write it here. We got this one. Since P and Q are integers, you know that what are P and Q? Since P and Q are integers, P minus 6Q by Q is what? Rational number. If it is a rational number, what we can conclude? Root 2 is also a rational number because we got these two are equal. So, root 2 is rational. Is root 2 a rational number? No. You know that root 2 is an irrational number. We already solved in an example. But, write it here. But root 2 is irrational number. So why this all happened? Because of our contradiction, we assume that this 6 plus root 2 is rational. So write it here. This is a contradiction, or this is the false statement or equation. So write it. This contradiction arises due to our assumption. Why this contradiction arises? Because of our assumption. What we have number. Like this you need to solve. You can solve this one in the different way also. Just you can do it on squaring on both sides. At last also you get the same thing, and you can do it any of the way. Now two more questions are given in the first one. You can do it. Now see the second question, and which is the last question from this exercise. See the second one. What is the second question they have given? Prove that root p plus root q is irrational where p and q are primes. This is the question they have given. You need to prove this one. Again, what we have, by which process we have to do this one? By using the contradiction method. So write it here. Assume that here this condition is very important. P and Q are primes. So here assume that root P plus root Q is what we have to assume here rational. You need to prove irrational, but we have to assume that this one is a rational number. And at last you get the some false equation. Now if this one is rational, it is in the form of some fraction. So write it as root P plus root Q is equal to some, take it as A by P. What are A and B? Those are integers. So mention it here where A and B are integers. And what is the condition for the denominator? Not equal to 0. This is the condition. And write A and B are co-prime. Now here what we need to do? We need to do squaring on both sides. Let us do squaring on both sides. So write it here. Squaring on both sides. We get. Why we are doing squaring on both sides to this equation? Because we need to get cancel this root n square so that we get some rational number, and we can take those rational numbers to one side so that we get rational number to one side and irrational number to the other side. For that reason we are doing squaring on both sides. So here on squaring on both sides, what you get? Root p plus root q whole square is equal to A by B whole square. Again it is in the form of what? A plus B whole square. What is the formula for A plus B whole square? Which is nothing but A square, which is root P whole square, plus B square, which is root Q whole square, plus 2AB, which is 2 into root P into root Q. We expanded in the form of A plus B whole square. It is in the form of A by B whole square. You know that A by B whole square. This square is applicable to both of these numbers. You can write it as A square by B square. So what is our first step? You need to assume this one is rational. If it is rational, it is in the form of some fraction. And we are doing the squaring on both sides because of we have to get one the term as a rational number and the other term as an irrational number. For that reason, we are doing the squaring on both sides. At last, we got this one. Now simplify this one. So this is very important here. What they have given, P and Q are primes. That is very important. Based on that, we are doing. So we got this one at last. Here you can observe that this square, this root will get cancelled. Here also this square and this root will get cancelled. Here what is the remaining left out? P. And here what is there? Q plus 2 into. Here it is in the form of root A into root B. You know that what is the value of root A into root B? Which is nothing but root AB. You already studied in laws of exponents. So this one you can write it as root PQ. Root PQ is equal to what is there? the right side a square by b square. Now here you can observe that we got some p and q. You can take this p and q to the right hand side. So what you get, 2 root pq is equal to a square by b square. Here plus p is there. If you take to the right hand side, it will become minus p. Here plus q is there. If you take to the right hand side, it will become minus q. Now here, after that, take the LCM of these three values. So what you get here, you know that this one you can write it as p by 1, this one you can write it as q by 1. What is the LCM of 1 and b square, which is nothing but b square. So here, since the denominator is same, you can write the numerator, which is a square. Here what we need to do, just we need to multiply this p square to both p and q, because here the denominator is 1. So here it is nothing but b square into q, which is nothing but b square q. Now here what is this value? 2 into root pq. Now take this 2 to this side. Here what we are doing, this 2 and root pq, they are here multiplication is there. If you take to the right hand side, what will it become? Division. So you get root pq is equal to a square minus b square p minus b square q by, if you take 2 this side, it will become 2b square. At last we got this equation. Now here in the question, what they have given here, p and q are primes. Based on that, what we can say about root pq? If they not given p and q are primes, then we can say that both are equal. Why? Because here let us consider some p and q values. Let us consider the p value as 4 and consider the q value as also 4. Then what you get, root p into q, we get root p into q as 4 into 4. You know that root 4 into 4 is nothing but 4. You know that this 4 is a rational number, and you also know that it is also a rational number, and we can say that both are equal. But we have to get some contradiction statement. For that reason, they have mentioned here both p and q are primes. If they are primes, what will happen here? Consider the p value as 3 and consider again the q value as 5. You know that 3 and 5 are primes. Now calculate the value of root pq. Here, what is the value of root pq? Which is nothing but root 3 into 5, and you know that this value is root 15, which is an irrational number. Now you got this is an irrational number and this is a rational number. Since we cannot equate these two, so we can say that our assumption is false. For that reason, they have given both p and q are primes. If they not given p and q are primes, then we can say that these two are equal by taking few examples. Since they have given p and q are primes, you know that if p and q are prime, if a and we already studied one conclusion in the before classes, if a and b are primes, we can say that root ab is an irrational number. Based on that, we can say that root pq is an irrational number. So mention that one. Since p and q are primes, what we can say, root pq is an irrational number. So if this is an irrational number, we got this as a rational number. This is the contradiction. Write it here. This is a contradiction. Why this is a contradiction? Because here we got this one as a rational number, and we know, just we proved that this one is irrational. If both p and q are primes, we can say that root pq is an irrational number. For that reason, we got a false equation. So we can say that this is a contradiction. Write it here. This contradiction arises due to our assumption. What we have assumed here? Due to our assumption, root p plus root q is rational. statement. So this is from this exercise is completed. In the next session we are going to discuss logarithms.